The dark figure stands at the corner of the street, cloaked in black ragged cloth. The thug continues his late-night patrol of the slum he protects, showing no fear or apprehension regarding the figure as he begins to pass by. A small sigh escapes him as he steps past unbothered. It's not uncommon to be attacked or robbed on these streets, but of course, that's his job, so why be scared in the first place? He takes a few steps further towards the crossing before he hears the heavy footsteps behind him. A voice calls out, "I have come for my revenge." The thug turns to face the figure once more, and in an instant is struck with realization. This person should be dead, killed some months ago for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. The face has changed though. Bits of it rotted away, teeth and bone exposed, but worst of all is the glare. A piercing, knowing look of vengeance. He reaches for his dagger and nearly makes it before a bolt lands firmly between his eyes. The thug collapses to the ground dead as his assailant begins to crumble to dust. His revenge exacted, he can at long last have his final rest. The Revenant is an undead creature fueled by an intense vengeance for those who wronged them in life. Sometime after being killed, their souls will return to their mortal body and seek to kill the person responsible for their wrongful death. They can hunt this person over any distance, even across multiple planes of existence. No magic exists that can hide a creature being hunted by a Revenant, and they will only stop hunting if their prey dies or 1 year has passed. In this case, their body crumbles into dust and they pass on to their own final judgment. Being undead, they have no need of food, water, or oxygen to survive. In many ways, they resemble zombies, a much weaker form of undead, except that they retain their intelligence and personality. It isn't uncommon for them to also retain spellcasting and martial combat abilities that they may have had in life. Now that we know a little bit about the lore of Revenants, let's take a look at their stat block. Starting with their alignment, the Monster Manual has the Revenant listed as a neutral creature. Personally, I give them whatever alignment they had in life. The Revenant has an armor class of 13, meaning they wear leather armor. They have a hit point average of 136. They have a speed of 30 feet. Looking at their ability scores, they have a strength of 18, a dexterity of 14, a constitution of 18, an intelligence of 13, a wisdom of 16, and a charisma of 18. They are proficient in strength, constitution, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. They are resistant to necrotic and psychic damage, meaning they will take half damage from each of those types. They are also immune to poison, being charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. They have dark vision out to 60 feet and a passive perception of 13. The Revenant will know any languages it knew as a mortal. The Revenant has regeneration, which means they will regain 10 hit points at the start of each of their turns if they don't take fire or radiant damage. They have the rejuvenation ability, which means if their body is destroyed, within 24 hours they will inhabit and animate another corpse on the same plane of existence as them and retain all of their abilities. Due to their intense feelings of vengeance, the Revenant is immune to the turn undead effect. And as mentioned before, the Revenant can track the creature that is its prey across any distance and any plane of existence. The Revenant is granted multi-attack, which means that they may make 2 attacks. They're listed as having a fist attack in the Monster Manual, but I would personally change that to any weapon that they could find or whatever weapon they are proficient with. They also have a bonus to damage against the creature that they have sworn vengeance, dealing an extra 4d6 bludgeoning damage. And finally, the Revenant has its Vengeful Glare ability. If it's within 30 feet of the creature against which it has sworn vengeance, that creature must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, and on a failure, they are paralyzed until the Revenant deals damage to them, or until the end of the Revenant's next turn. And once that paralysis ends, that creature is frightened of the Revenant for 1 minute. Looking at the Revenant, it's easy to see how it can be a challenge for a party of adventurers. If they have wronged somebody or killed somebody to cover up some crime that they've committed, you could have a Revenant hunting them down. But personally, I like to use them as NPCs. They are somebody who the party can help exact their own revenge. Whichever way you decide to use Revenants in your campaign is going to create some really cool story moments and give you a great opportunity for roleplay, and it'll make your players think twice before going all murder hobo and just killing anybody willy-nilly, because they could end up with a Revenant hunting them down. Take all these things into consideration as a dungeon master when thinking about throwing a Revenant into your campaigns, and remember, we aren't the bad guys, we just play them.